Welcome to the 8-Bit Cat Show, a place where friends geek out over the nerdy things we love, sometimes with obnoxious cats.
She's gone.
Oh, there we go.
That filter is not doing me favors.
She's like disappearing. It's kind of weird.
We have an invisible kitty.
So this is our first episode of the new year, and we're just gonna kind of go with the punches and see where we roll.
Happy 22 and E2, everybody.
Anyone
Didn't feel like English. Good Lord.
Did anyone do anything fun and exciting over the break?
Nope.
No,
Damn,
I
you hung
worked.
out with us. I guess, yeah, that sounds about right. Actually,
that
no.
was exceptionally boring.
That was fun. I had fun.
Yeah.
So Tom actually watched the book of Boba Fett. He watched
Oh
a
my
thing.
The
I
whole
watched the
episode,
thing, yes.
from start to finish.
Oh my god, this thing is super bright.
It is.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, no, it was not bad at all. It was actually pretty good for what it was.
I thought.
What do you guys want to talk about it?
Well, okay. First, overall impressions. It was pretty good, but mostly like the main big fight scene in the thing was. It was choreographed pretty poorly, honestly. There was a lot of repeat actions in it. Basically, you could tell that they were using the same shot from multiple angles, and reusing it a couple times. Like Finnick Shan definitely does it. Finnick. She did like the same exact move 6 times in the background while Boba Fett was doing other stuff, and you're like, did anybody else notice that?
I did not know.
I noticed it.
They probably took that shot like 10 times.
Oh yeah,
and
100% is
just
what they did.
Stitched them together.
Oh yeah, that's 100% what they did. But it was also like, y'all got to do a little bit better with the editing on that. I've come to expect quite a bit from The Mandalorian, and it's the same people making this.
There was one part too where weren't you like, oh, that was terrible green screen.
There was some pretty bad green screen while they were getting him and the Rhodian were getting marched along the dune by the little sand person. It was pretty noticeable. It was pretty noticeable green screen, and you're like, aren't they?
I mean, that was probably why it was getting bad reviews for a minute.
But like I'm saying, aren't they filming it on the same stage as the Mandalorian, where they're in the same place and there isn't actually green screen? I thought that's what they were doing, and I'm like, that's the reason the Mandalorians look so good is because it actually isn't on green screen; it's just on a giant projected screen. Why is this not as good? I did like the crazy little 6-armed thingamahooch at the end.
Oh, that's what you wanted to ask Peter if he knew what that was.
I don't actually. I have no idea.
I did some research. It is a brand new character for Star Wars. It's a brand new creature for Star Wars. It's supposed to be a little bit of an homage to Ray Harryhausen, like the original King of Monsters. He's the guy that did the like the Kraken in not Attack on Titan.
Clash of the Titans.
Clash of the Titans, the original one though.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was apparently supposed to be a little bit of that. I was getting real Gorn from Star Trek vibes from that thing, but mostly just the face. Especially when the little Tusken Raiders running around with the head. It really felt like he was taking credit for that story too.
Oh yeah, me and Maddie were saying the same thing. Like, oh, the kid is absolutely taking credit for the kill.
Yeah,
100%.
Like the chief is like, he's like, okay, I know what actually happened there. Here, this is why you can have some water here. But he's like, yeah, I know what actually happened here. The kid's a liar, but we're gonna let him have it.
Kid's a little fucking liar, but yeah,
The kid's a little shit. Okay,
you're not wrong.
that kid and his gaffy stick is a little asshole.
I kind of like how the way they went about justifying him looking way older when he was still supposed to be young.
Like, oh yeah, he just is been partially digested and then sat out in the sun and then
Yes.
yeah, this is why his skin looks all gross, even though he's technically only supposed to be like 40 at the most. Because he was like what, at the most 12 in episode 3, at the most 12,
Yeah.
right? Which 18 years later, 30. So 5 years after that, 35. Though I guess it's 5 years. It's 5 years after Return of the Jedi, right?
Yeah.
Which is roughly 5 years after I can't remember the timeline actually on that one. I need to look up the Star Wars Galactic timeline. I think Return of the Jedi is about 5 years after A New Hope. I think it's 5 BBY or 5 ABY.
Checking now.
So that makes him about 40 at the youngest. And he looks as old as Tamora Morrison really is, which is like 60. Though, of course, we know that Tatooine ages people hard because Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope is supposed to be, again, like 40 and looks 70 because Alec Guinness is 70.
All right. Also, you were close. It's 4 years.
4 years. I knew it was close. I was in there. So he's at 40 and at the most. Though, one thing I did love about this episode is I think the creators of the Book of Boba Fett must be fans of Parks and Recreation.
Oh, yeah?
Because they definitely stole... Okay, so there's a scene... it's in one of the later seasons.
Oh, you're talking about the Patton Oswalt?
Patton Oswalt comes in and he's filibustering a city council meeting, and he just starts reading his own fan fiction about how Boba Fett comes back, and the opening scene of his fan fiction is exactly the same as the opening scene of this, where he's actually crawling out, and you're like, good stuff, good stuff.
Yeah, but it breaks away pretty quick after that.
Oh, it does, 100%.
With Thanos and the Avengers and the X-Men all showing up to fight each other.
I'm still saying I'd watch that movie.
Absolutely.
I would 100% watch that. I did like his whole, I want to rule through respect and not fear, though. But Finnick's like, yeah, but fear gets shit done quick. And we kind of need to...
he's a crime lord, right?
You are a crime lord, yeah.
But he doesn't want to be Jabba, because he knows Jabba's a fucking dick.
Yeah, but crime lord ruling through fear is part of that.
I don't think he's that crime lordy, honestly.
Well, no, he didn't go well for him on day one.
I think the only reason he's really falling into the crime lord thing is so that, one, he can take over and make a little scratch on the side. But I think he really wants to change the, culture of Tatooine. He's like, do we really need crime bosses that are big assholes that'll feed you to their rancor? Do we?
Yes.
I think he just doesn't want to be a bounty hunter anymore. He's tired of doing shit.
Well,
Jabba had a really nice big chair. Bet that's comfortable. I'll go there.
You're right.
Yep.
He wants to be his own boss. He 100% wants to be his own boss. And he's tired of freelance work. It's few and far between. There's no benefits.
You might get thrown into a fucking Sarlacc
and
pit.
they'll just leave your ass there, okay? They didn't even try to pull
getting
him
hit
out.
by a blind guy on accident.
Boba Fett? Boba Fett, where? Though I am kind of excited, I would like to see in the flashback scene. I know why they did this in the first episode. They're giving us oh, this is how he survived. I don't think they needed to give us how he survived. Then one, we can get a little more. We can just keep it in your own head. You're like, oh, this is fun. Yeah, he got out. It doesn't matter. He got out because he's Boba Fett and he's fucking badass.
Yeah, but I think
it's
not just the story of how he survived. I think it's the story of how he changed because...
Well, yeah, he doesn't want to be an asshole anymore, apparently.
Well, but I'm saying, if you look up until now, everything we've seen of him, growing up and having vengeance and having rage and having all of these things, maybe this is how he learned redemption. So it's the redemption of Boba Fett.
I would not want them to redeem Boba Fett.
No, that's the whole point.
I do not want this series to end with Boba Fett being a hero.
I don't think he's going to be a hero I think he's going to be more of an anti-hero.
Anti-heroes are still heroes.
Yeah, they're still heroes. They're just assholes about it.
Oh, well, I don't think you're going to get your way, Peter.
Oh, they're totally going that direction. See, I wish in the flashbacks we were getting more, between Clone Wars and being the silent, stoic figure behind Darth Vader that everybody goes, oh, that guy's cool.
Well, it seems like they're probably going to have a lot of flashbacks, and they're not going to go too far back because they want the same actor playing him.
Well, yes. They can't go too young.
Exactly.
Though it was nice that they gave us a couple shots of young Boba Fett.
Yeah.
That was fun. And apparently there was one shot in that had never actually been used in episode 3. It was like on the cutting room floor. It was from like a different angle, and they used that one in this one because they're like, well, we have it, might as well use it.
Interesting.
I don't know. I did like the polish and service your helmet. I'm like, I did not think that's where that direction was going. That he was asking to polish and service his helmet. I thought they were going to ask to polish and service his helmet. If you know what I mean? It's downstairs helmet.
No, I got that, but why would you even make that connection?
Two sexy shirtless dudes, or one sexy shirtless dude and one sexy shirtless lady who are Twi'leks, who are known in the Star Wars universe to be a little bit.
Well, I mean, the females are. The males are known to be the ugliest thing in the galaxy.
No, that's not true.
That was the original lore. Is that while the Twi'lek females were known to be the most beautiful species in the galaxy, Twi'lek males tended to be the ugliest.
Yeah, but Clone Wars kind of changed that.
Like, it wasn't a hard rule, but it was a generally accepted thing.
Like I said, except for like I feel like the Clone Wars and Episode 2 changed that. Except for who's the fat asshole? You guys know exactly who I'm talking about too.
I can't think of the name, but I do know who you're referring to.
No, not Bib Fortuna. Who was also a Twi'lek and was real gross looking.
I have no idea.
Oh my god, what is his fucking name?
I don't know. I don't even know what you're talking about.
The fat blue dude who is the senator from
Orn Free Ta.
Orn Free Ta, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was ugly as hell.
Two. You named two Twi'leks.
Yeah, who were ugly as hell, but General Syndulla, Hera Syndulla's dad.
Yeah.
He's a decent looking dude. Yeah. Orn Free Ta, the big fat dude, who's always eating like a roasted turkey leg in every single scene he's ever in. That's an ugly dude. But okay, but especially the Twi'lek women. Well, mostly they were used as sex slaves in the post or in the Empire era.
I mean, even before that, to a degree.
Yes,
but, yeah.
but I don't think they were necessarily slaves. I think they were just working women in the time before that. I think that they were. I think it became a lot more prominent when the Empire took over. God, what's the name?
Yeah.
What is the name of their home planet now? I can't remember. Because it's not the Ryloth. There we go. Thank you.
You're
Ryloth.
welcome.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I looked it up myself. Thank you.
Glad I could help.
You're so helpful, all of you.
We know. We're super helpful.
So much. Yeah, but when the Empire took back over Ryloth after they were liberated, like 3 different times in the Clone Wars series, they kept getting taken back over. I'm sorry. They were not...
I mean, I think that's even the case during the Old Republic. You actually run into a bunch of Twi'lek refugees on like the Jedi starting world. They were running away from Ryloth because the Empire had taken it over and were selling them as slaves.
Ryloth always is getting fucked up. I'm sorry. Well, when you got the quote-unquote sexiest women in the galaxy, I don't know how accurate that is. I mean, they're pretty good looking. But yeah, no, I was expecting in this den of sin that they walk into that's obviously an illegal gambling parlor and bar, and it's the cleaned up version of the cantina in Mos Eisley. It's the Mos Espa cantina. They're a little richer in Mos Espa, so they can have more lights on, apparently. But
I see.
Maybe dust occasionally.
I did like that Max Rebo showed up.
Yeah.
He was there. They were apparently, and I guess I didn't notice it when I was actually listening to the episode or watching the episode. I didn't hear the music, but apparently it's just the acoustic version of the Cantina Band song. And now I need to go back and listen to it because I'm like, wait, it's the acoustic version of. It's the Cantina Band song. But yeah, I'm like, wait, the acoustic version. Okay, now I need to hear that. I've heard the disco version. I've never heard the acoustic version.
Chom, do you have any more thoughts?
No.
Ah.
I thought it was a good first episode.
I watched it. It was good. Yay.
Yeah. I want to see more. I want to see where it goes.
Yeah, I'm curious.
Yeah, we need to see what happens with this because it could turn and get really, really good, or it could also turn and get really, really bad, and just go, why did they actually make this and delay the Mandalorian so long?
So after we watched
Yeah.
the first episode, he was on the IMDb, and the first review was a 1-star review, and it was because, what did he say? He was like, 1 star. It was gonna be 2, but now it's 1 because of the censoring. This was a slow-paced, boring episode where they just dug in sand.
I mean, he's not wrong. They did do that.
But
They
what
did.
was the censorship?
I'm not sure what was censored. Do you guys know what was censored?
He's probably mad that the sex slave Twi'leks weren't nude.
Oh.
Were they supposed to be nude?
No, it's making shit up.
Okay, I'm like, I've only ever seen them in bikinis. Okay, they were still in the bikini.
That's the type of review that you read. It's like, oh, you're just real mad about everything, aren't you? You just didn't want to like this to begin with, so you're making some shit up.
I mean,
Oh.
that was the feeling that I got, but I was like, I would have just liked a little more. Like, what
Nudity?
censorship should I be looking for? Tell me.
I'm like, what did they censor out of this? I was a little intrigued. I tried to look up like what was censored in the book of Boba Fett, and I'm like, I don't think anything was censored in here, guys. There was a lot of other great reviews that are like, I don't know why Boba Fett's getting a whole series. He had one line in the whole original franchise and showed up in like 3 scenes. What's so cool about this dude? I just don't get it. I'm like, yeah, you just don't get it. It's cool.
I mean, you know what? That's a fair statement if you've only ever seen the movies.
But yeah,
His
they're
whole
like,
point is he just has a cool design.
yeah, no, his whole point is he does have a cool design. And yeah, every single book that's ever been written about him is now no longer canon. And so the real reasons that people like him are also kind of bullshit now. Technically.
Yeah. Maybe you just really liked him in The Mandalorian Season 2.
But oh no, that guy's review also went on to say, I'm like, I don't even know why they shoehorned him into Mandalorian Season 2. They were just looking for more views, and they're just catering to a subset of the Star Wars population that's very small that wanted to watch Boba Fett again.
I'm willing to bet that most of the people who started watching Mandalorian watched it in hopes that Boba Fett would show up.
Oh, 100%. I knew he was going to show up eventually. I'm like, I know it's a different Mandalorian, but we only know one famous one. And he famously comes back in every single bit of extended universe canon that's ever been put out there.
He keeps showing the fuck
So
back up.
can you put that? Show him ripping out of the fucking Sarlacc. Just do it.
Well, I mean,
That was so
there
good.
is another one, but I doubt you're not going to bring him back after the beheading.
Django's coming. I'm sorry.
All good in the
Technically,
hood.
they did bring Django back though because Boba is a exact clone of him.
Right,
So technically, it's Django on screen. He's just got a different name.
right.
Technically.
Have you watched anything else, Tom? Like at all?
No, I haven't watched anything else.
Did you watch the Spider's Man?
No, I did not watch The Spiders, man.
Oh man, you gotta go see it. It's so good.
It is very good, yes.
Hey Tom, mute yourself so we can talk to Peter about this real quick.
Okay, hold on. Let me deafen myself.
No
Hold on.
spoilers. No spoilers.
Well, then how will
And
he know when to come back?
that's just server deafened.
I guess we'll just type something in. Like, hey, Tom, come the fuck back.
Well, that just seems rude. And now he's gone. Bye, Tom. Bye. We love you. I think he's putting on airs. I don't think he actually muted himself. I think he's just making
No,
up-
he didn't.
Okay, I'm back.
There he goes.
Was the spoilers good?
we didn't talk about it. We just made fun of you the whole time.
All right, hold on.
I don't think he's actually clicking it. I think he's just
No,
fucking.
It is. Look, you can see
the
the.
icon. He is deafening himself.
Okay, he did. I
Yeah.
wish I could check him. Good lord. Maybe mute him. Just mute him in real life.
Yeah, you can mute him if you want to.
Oh, I know.
I mean, we can talk about it without spoilers.
Not really.
Can you really?
Not really.
Hey, it's a really good movie, and Spider-Man stars in it. It's
All
the
the
best I got.
Spider-Mans.
That's a spoiler.
That's a spoiler.
That's a spoiler. You
Oh
can't
my
say
god,
that.
I was really upset about. I mean, I know why he did it, and he's like, the hero now. But I cried.
No, at the end.
Yeah, when now he's all alone.
Yeah, that's who Spider-Man is. This was actually his origin story, but we got it in the third movie, and it was kind of amazing that they did it that way.
It was pretty much just a return to form. Like, as much as I enjoyed Tony and Peter's dynamic, it was never meant to be like that in the comic.
It was wrong, honestly. It was kind of neat because it was a unique take on it, but it was wrong.
It was more of a callback to their relationship right before the first Civil War in the comics.
Give you that.
Civil War happens, they're no longer close.
Yeah, they are on opposite sides in the comics in Civil War.
Yeah, halfway through, Peter betrays him.
Yeah, it was.
Mostly because Captain America keeps showing up and like doing the like, no, you're doing bad finger, and it's like that you can't go against that for long.
it's Cap. He kind of does know he kind of knows what he's talking about. Oh, Tom's back. Shh, quiet. Stop talking about it.
He keeps popping in to see if we're still.
He's just popping in and out to see if we're still talking about shit.
It's okay. I muted them now.
Oh wow.
So now it's just you and me.
Wow.
So how are you doing, Peter?
I hear them, but I'm good.
Rude.
I know you can't hear me, but you can go fuck yourself. Oh, you can read lips. You can go fuck yourself.
I've already unmuted you.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
That's why I said it again. You muted me again. You stop me, you bitch.
Just
something we can talk about that
you whore. You
really
muted us again.
spoilery.
What wasn't really spoiler?
The end credit scene.
Oh, it was actually funny. We were sitting there in the credits, and Stephanie goes, "Oh, now I was waiting to watch it until we've seen this movie, but we need to go watch the Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness teaser trailer." And then it comes on because it's the post-credit scene, and we're like, well, I guess we don't have to go to YouTube now. Here it is.
They did the same thing they did with the Captain America movies. Like, let's just throw on a trailer for the next movie. That's basically what these after-credit scenes are anyway.
The mid-credit scenes are more important.
Yeah.
Or more fun, at least. I don't know.
Honestly, I think they need to stop this shit and just give us all the content in one go. The unending after-credit scenes.
Oh.
Stop it.
See, I don't really have an issue with it because it does get you to at least sit there and you might watch the credits.
But as Maddie can
a
attest,
lot of people should be credited for the hard work they've done on these movies.
Yeah, but as Maddie can attest, movie theater workers want to go the fuck home.
That's also true, yes.
Yeah.
And they can't.
They don't want to wait for us to wait through the fucking credits.
So when we went to go see it, we went to the Katie Mills.
Don't say it. You're not supposed to just shout them out and be rude. That's mean.
The Katie Mills Theater, and we usually go up to Willowbrook, so it was like.
They are definitely understaffed at the Katie Mills Mall location.
Dude, we walked in and like they had not even cleaned the theater before our show, and there was no way they were going to have time to.
They started clean. One guy came in halfway through the previews because somebody went out and like I need to speak to the manager, and like came in and started trying to clean. He cleaned one row.
Yeah,
and then the movie started.
People were in the other rows.
And it's by no means that person's fault. It's the fault of Marvel putting in these after credit scenes. Do one if you have to, and do it right at the end. Fuck it. You're gonna give us the information anyway. Why are you making us wait through some credits? Just fucking show us.
Because they want you to see the people that made the movie. They want you to give props to those people.
Then put the credits at the beginning like they used to.
They don't. Even the credits they did at the beginning were just the actor credits. They weren't.
All right. Yeah.
Your grips and your assistants.
Which we can all thank Star Wars for that. It's George Lucas's fault. That was the first movie to ever not put it.
He didn't want anything in the beginning because it would mess up his aesthetic, right?
Well, yeah, 100%. But he actually like almost got in huge trouble with the unions. Like they almost didn't show his movie because that was against the fucking rules.
Yeah.
And he's like, well, show me where it's actually written down that that's against the rules. And they're like, damn it. Shit. I guess we should have written that down.
I kind of get the reasoning of like, oh, it's so people watch the credits, but like, do you actually read the names for any other purpose that decides to make fun of the names?
No.
Yeah, I do that.
I read it so I can pick out the weirdest names.
I read it because I'm like, oh man, I know who that is, but I can't remember. And then I read, go, oh yeah, that is them.
God, I remember that grip from the other movie.
There are a couple of guys on like the visual effects teams for Marvel now. There's a guy, I can't remember his name, but I keep thinking it's Jay Chandrasekhar, who it's not, but it's Jay Chandrasekhar. And I've seen him in like 4 Marvel movies now on the credits, like 8 minutes in, and you're like, no, that's his weird name again. All right, cool. How you doing, man?
Derp.
So I guess it sort of worked.
I guess.
Speaking of Marvel,
Go work.
so with the end credit scene there with Spider-Man, obviously that takes place right before the events of Hawkeye, correct?
It has to, considering Yelena talks about the new and improved Statue of Liberty. It wasn't done in Spider-Man. It would have been done by the time she shows up.
So Spider-Man happens and then Hawkeye.
See, I don't think it was. I think it literally is like right before it shows up because, well, it's obviously still the end credit scene at least is in the holiday season because he goes past 30 Rockefeller Center and it's got the giant tree,
And it's
which
not
is
ruined.
which is destroyed by the end of Hawkeye.
We're talking about. So wait, so it goes Spider-Man and then Hawkeye, right?
Yeah, Spider-Man would lead straight into Hawkeye.
But she also does say, I guess, spoiler alert, Tom. She does say the new and
La la la
improved.
la 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 la
She does
la.
say the new and improved Statue of Liberty, but Peter kind of fucking broke that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, we don't actually see that much aftermath of the spell that gets released, so we don't know if that's
Well, I
still
guess that
broken
could have been
and killed.
theoretically fixed.
Yeah.
Apparently, the spell works like I don't know. Have you ever? Yeah, I think both of you guys have probably read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It definitely. Apparently, the spell works like a somebody else's problem field.
Like what?
A somebody else's problem field. It is a basically cheap form of invisibility that just makes it so that people just don't pay attention to the thing you don't want them to see because it's somebody else's
Somebody
problem.
else's problem.
Yeah.
But yeah, basically, like, so Peter still 100% exists. Every photo of Peter still exists. He still's got a birth certificate and a social security card. Because that was one of the things I'm worried about. I'm like, how did he rent this apartment if he doesn't exist anymore? But yeah, so apparently, yeah, it just works like it's somebody else's problem field. If you look at it, it just makes you go, focus on everything else in this picture of Peter Parker. Okay, cool.
Well, I imagine Peter Parker still exists. It's just nobody knows who the fuck Peter Parker is.
See, that's what I said.
But yeah, but like, no offense, Zendaya's got pictures of him on his phone. She's probably got pictures of his little Peter wiener.
We were talking about Hawkeye, and you took this in a very different direction.
But I'm just
Yeah.
saying. But yeah, so it's timeline.
If you think about it too hard, there's a lot of issues.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
the spell really is just, it's forgetting who Peter Parker is. Not, like, Mary Jane should, or not Mary Jane, MJ should theoretically remember dating Spider-Man. Ned should remember being friends with Spider-Man,
With Spider-Man.
but not who Spider-Man is.
Maybe they don't remember that because they knew him as Peter Parker, though.
Maybe. But because it's intentionally unclear, those are... Also, why was Venom there to begin with? The way that the intrusions were working is that only people who knew Spider-Man was Peter Parker would show up, and yet Eddie Brock showed up.
Maybe it was like a cross thing because in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man 2, didn't Eddie Brock figure out who?
Different Eddie
Or
Brock.
3?
Yeah, but
But that's what I'm saying. So
maybe the spell got fucked up because Eddie Brock knew it. So maybe it just assumed that all Eddie Brocks knew it. But they couldn't get Topher Grace to show up, so...
I mean, everything was all fucked up anyway. That was the whole reason they had to go through this whole movie.
Shit's fucked up, yo.
Tom was gonna say something though.
Oh, I was gonna break topic and go to a different topic real quick.
Do it.
Okay.
I was gonna say, speaking of Peter Wieners, you know that baby from Nirvana?
Yeah.
He's suing Nirvana?
What?
He already did that. Yeah, he sued Nirvana for child pornography.
The baby was a real person.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course it was. They
What do
took
you think
pictures
the
of
picture
it.
the baby.
Yeah,
I thought maybe it was just art.
The,
and
the dollar was not in the shot. But,
Yeah, but
the baby in the pool.
the
is
baby
in
sure
the-
was.
They
Yeah.
threw a baby in a pool and took a picture.
Yeah, it was a
And
naked
the
baby.
parents were okay with that.
The baby the parents got paid for it.
Yes, the parents got paid for it too. Yeah.
So why did the
Everybody
kids
got paid for
sue
it.
Nirvana now?
Emotional trauma.
So the
What?
guy's 30. He's 30 years old or something like that now. But his exact words were, "I went to this baseball game, and I was in the crowd, and I looked out and saw thousands of people, and that's when I thought to myself, wow, all these people have seen my baby penis."
But no one knows who you are. What do you care, bro?
Yeah, nobody would have known who he was as a human being if he
That
hadn't
would-
sued Nirvana.
Maybe that's what he wanted. He wanted his 15 minutes.
Oh, 100% that's what he wants.
Yeah, no, he was going for a money grab.
Did he win?
No, they've already thrown out the
No,
lawsuit.
Yeah,
no, yeah.
Because
Yeah,
it was for artistic representation and it was not in a sexual way whatsoever, or else they wouldn't
Yeah.
let it be on the cover of a fucking album.
I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of them back then did some pretty fucked up weird shit.
They're not Michael Jackson, they're Nirvana.
yeah, no,
I'm
that
just
was.
the general them.
I know, I'm just saying. They're not Michael Jackson, they're Nirvana.
Let me see if I can find the audio clip real quick of him saying it, because when he says it, he sounds so douchey that you're like,
Well, he's not
bro.
actually upset about it at all. Again, you're right. He just 100%.
He was just making something up, is what he was fucking doing.
He's like, how do I get my actual face attached to one of the greatest selling albums of all time? Let's put my real face on there instead of my little baby dick.
What is it like having the idea that a lot of people have seen my baby penis when I was a baby? Well, I'm not really a baby anymore, so it's I have to like think it's not me or something. But it's a trip. There's a lot of people that have seen my baby penis as a baby. I went to a baseball game on opening day at the Dodgers, and I was looking out at all the people, and I was like, had a moment where I was like, man, all of these people have seen my baby penis.
How many times is he gonna say baby penis?
It's pretty crazy. It'd be nice to have a quarter for every person that has seen my baby penis.
Yeah, it would.
You know, there's all kinds of puns you can throw on that, but you know, it's my little baby penis.
He showed his little
Cut them
baby.
all out and stack them all up in a room. You have a room full of little cutouts of baby penises. And that's kind of crazy. I'm Spencer Elden. That's my baby penis. I'm on the cover of Nirvana.
Was he high when he was
Oh my
speaking?
god! If you took
That wasn't coherent.
if you took a drink for every time he said baby penis, you would die.
That was honestly some of the comments that are on YouTube. It's like, if you drank every time you heard him say baby, that was just it's great. But yeah, no, he sued them, and what was funny is he took like a bunch of like recreation photos throughout his years of being the Nirvana baby.
Before, yeah.
And he's basically just not getting a thing. I think the number one thing that happened that kind of set him off is that he was doing an art gallery or something like that, and he was trying to get Nirvana to like give a piece of art or donate or something, and he had to like reach out to them, and he thought he was important to them in some way, and they were like, "Fuck off, dude!"
They're like, "Who are you?"
Yeah,
You've seen my baby penis. Acknowledge.
acknowledge my baby penis. I'm 30 years old. I don't have a baby penis anymore.
I think he still has a baby penis. I think that's why he's compensating. So hard.
That's his problem. Is it's still a baby
It
penis.
still he's just mad because it still looks exactly like it does on the album cover, and girls when they get back they go, "Oh, I've seen it. I've already seen that." Oh, it still looks like that. Oh, poor guy.
But I saw it and I was like, "Oh my god!"
Oh,
This
that's
is so stupid.
hilarious.
But this interview was done in 2016, and he didn't sue until freaking now, about 4 months ago, and he lost. It's like that's how far this thing goes.
Yeah, how much no one gives a shit.
Yeah, and
Lost
no one gave a
was
shit.
that he actually got a chance to fight. They just dismissed it immediately. Like, no,
Yeah.
this is stupid. You're stupid.
No, they're like, you have accepted this. You've been okay with it multiple times before this. You can't really change your mind now, bro. You're 30.
But you saw my baby penis.
We've all seen
was
his
a-
baby
We're
penis.
very
It was-
sorry you peaked.
It was a baby penis.
There are,
What'd you say, Peter?
Yes, we're all very sorry you peaked as a baby.
yeah, it's hard to peak at 8 months old, isn't it?
Oh my god.
Most people peak in high school. That guy peaked at 8 months. It's rough. It's
8 months old, and it's all downhill from there.
And it definitely seems like it's been downhill for him. He's obsessed with people seeing his baby penis. I feel like he wants us all to see his baby penis.
How many more times are we going to say baby
Oh,
penis?
we're making it a drinking game now, too. We're trying to kill people. Sorry, unalive people, I guess. I don't know. What the fuck is up with TikTok in that? I'm sorry.
So on TikTok, you if you want to refer to someone as no longer being alive, you say unalive.
Yeah, somebody got
Yeah,
unalived. You unalived.
Anybody who got killed violently.
They got past tensed.
Past tense. I like that one. Past tense.
And for context, is we just had a 5-minute conversation of us saying that we can't say a certain word on YouTube anymore.
Yeah, because apparently that's on YouTube too. I did not know that, and that seems.
I don't
Yeah,
know. I like Peter's word for it, which is cadaverific.
I'm pretty sure
cadaverific.
they wouldn't want you to say that either.
Yeah.
I don't think that's a real word. It's probably fine.
If you can't say the M word, can you say cadaver?
I guess
Yeah,
we're gonna find out when I post this.
I would say you can't be sheath, but that can be taken many ways.
No, you can sheath something.
You sheath a lot of things in a lot of different
my
places.
God. Guys, cannot.
I quit.
So
Goodbye, our
Hawkeye was a
monetization.
great show. I'm getting Peter back. Hawkeye was a great show.
Yeah, no, I really enjoyed Hawkeye.
Full of piercing arrows.
I like that they brought Kingpin back, and that it was Vincent D'Onofrio.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's not alive anymore.
Oh, he's maybe.
Wait, Kingpin
There's
or the
yeah.
actor?
Vincent D'Onofrio is definitely alive still.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
You got,
the
the way he said it, I was like, wait, what?
No, Vincent D'Onofrio is still alive. I'm pretty sure he's still making some sort of
like
Law and Order
it
somewhere.
seems relatively obvious. It's just Kingpin
He
has
lives
also
through-
survived some weird shit.
Like I said, he's lived through a lot of shit that he should not have lived through. So they theoretically could have lived through that as well.
I mean, he wasn't there when they went back in for him. Where
I'm
else
just-
would he have gone?
I'm
That
just saying
doesn't
this
mean
is just like Squid Game. This is just like Squid Game. We didn't actually see the bullet go through his head, so he might still be alive.
I mean, that's always been kind of a rule in comics, or at least in the Ultimate line of comics, is if you didn't find a body, that character's alive somewhere.
Hey, even then, sometimes if you looked at their dead body on the ground, sometimes that character's still alive. Okay.
In the mainstream universes, yes, that was specifically for the Ultimate one. That was like the hard rule. If you found a body, that character is dead.
That character's
If you
actually
didn't,
dead.
they're alive.
Yeah, no, because what's her name? The deaf
Kate?
girl.
Oh,
Echo?
Yeah,
Yeah, Echo. No, Stephanie was like, well, they didn't find his body in the toy store there. Yeah, no, because he walked down to the alley and got shot in the head by Echo. At least they imply that.
Oh, right.
They imply that.
I'm
But
sorry,
again,
I forgot that happened.
you don't
at
actually
the end.
see the bullet go through his head, so you can't actually be for sure that she killed him.
Yeah.
She could have point break
There's
this thing and
no
shot it
way.
into the air.
There's
Right.
no way that they took one of the most famous Marvel villains and disposed of him in 5 minutes.
In 2.5 or in 1.5 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, he did have the whole Daredevil series to make himself in there too.
Random
Yeah.
aside, I like how Daredevil showed up in Spider-Man.
He's a really good lawyer.
Spoilers.
He's a really good lawyer.
He's a really good lawyer.
Tom, go watch Spider-Man and Hawkeye.
I can't help but wonder when that would come up in law school, but he's a really good lawyer.
I do love that. He's like, how did you? I'm a really good lawyer.
So Contessa didn't pay Yelena to go kill Hawkeye. She just gave her like that more of a reason to kind of thing, right?
I think somebody
No,
else
she
paid
was
him.
hired to do it.
Right, but it wasn't actually by Contessa. It was technically by
Somebody else.
Kate's mom.
Yeah.
Oopses.
Yes.
Tom's not gonna watch the show anyway. Who cares?
No.
He might go watch Spider-Man.
Well,
so
no,
that's why
so
we're
I
trying
was
to be good with
basic-
Spider-Man.
I was trying to work it out in my head because
He, in
where
fact, should
does
go
she
see
go?
Spider-Man.
Does she go back to Contessa now and I need work, or how?
Well, decent chance they're just setting her up to be the new Black Widow.
Oh, so you don't
Like
think she's
replacing
gonna go on
Natasha.
the Dark
No.
Avengers side?
They've been setting up the Young Avengers all throughout that. It's most likely she's going to join the new wave.
Cool.
Young Avengers or Dark Avengers? 'Cause
Honestly,
they've kind of been doing that
Young
too.
Avengers, New Avengers, and Dark Avengers.
They've kind of been doing all of that.
But
Yeah.
she's not gonna be on the Dark Avengers side.
No.
I don't know. I'm excited for She-Hulk. If we're talking Young Avengers.
Whatever.
She-Hulk would-
She-Hulk.
She-Hulk was never on New Avengers or Young
Was
Avengers.
she not?
Young Avengers had the Hulkling.
Oh,
The
you're right.
what now?
The Hulkling.
The fuck is that?
Just don't worry about it.
He's a half Kree, half Skrull, the hybrid, also heir to both thrones, and pretended to be the Hulk for a bit.
That hurts my soul.
Because he's a scroll.
Yeah.
Secret Invasion is what it seems like they're really setting up now, and I'm kind of excited for
Well,
that.
we
too.
know Secret Invasion is coming. It's been confirmed.
Well, yeah, but
Yeah, that's why he was saying he was excited about it.
I don't remember. Is that going to be live action or animated?
that better be live action.
I would almost hope animated.
Oh, you're right. They
With
might be able to
animated,
do
you
some
can get a little more weird with it. Yeah.
They might be able to do a little bit more. Though they did pretty good with the scrolls at the end of, what is that, Spider-Man Far From Home.
Well, another big part of why it would probably be better to be animated is that they're most likely going to try and bring back dead characters, and they're not going to get those actors back.
Yeah, they'll have to use a different
Exactly.
voice actor.
If they want to bring back Tony Stark, Robert Downey Jr. is not coming back. They're going to get a sound alike.
Yeah, that's not. You're right. Damn.
Well, the sound alike in What If wasn't bad.
No, it wasn't.
He was pretty
But that
good.
was the point. Is like that's why it's more likely to be animated.
That would make sense. Because, yeah, if they're going to use all those characters, which they kind of have to.
For Multiverse in...
Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness?
Multiverse.
Thank you. Do we think that What If is coming into that? Because we definitely see evil Doctor Strange.
We see,
I mean, we see an evil Doctor Strange. We don't know that it's
we
Strange.
see
Right?
an evil Doctor Strange, yeah.
Because I mean, again, the Doctor Strange that was evil in What If redeemed himself. He's not evil by the end of the series.
Things just got out of hand.
The biggest threat to the multiverse is you, Doctor Strange.
Oh, and like so I know we just got a teaser, but like, do we think that because when he's fighting that one guy, like that's definitely Jonathan Majors, right? Like that's a version of He Who Remains.
Actually, I think it was Mordo.
Yeah.
Oh,
It was the other black guy that from the original Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah, I thought it was Mordo.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't get a good enough look at him, and he looked like Jonathan Majors.
And I'm
Well,
pretty
that's like the main Doctor Strange villain is Baron Mordo.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure it's Mordo.
well, never mind then. Just ignore me. It's fine.
So much of his motivation is trying to steal the position of Sorcerer Supreme from Strange.
Who is
So
not
you
even
think you
Sorcerer
care more
Supreme?
about Wong right now?
Like,
Yeah.
who is apparently not even Sorcerer Supreme anymore?
All right.
Well, Wong didn't sound like he wanted it either.
Sounds like
No.
a lot of work.
Hilarious.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay, I'm
It's too
sorry.
much.
I'm so sorry. Well, I guess let's bring this down for a minute, and take a moment to honor the great Betty White, who left us last minute in 2021.
18 days before her 100th birthday. Just too bad.
It's sad, but she lived a long life.
No,
A very
100%.
good one at that.
And 100%, I think it's just that's like the most Betty White thing she could do. It's because like she's coming out on all these magazines. They've got like they had like huge things like set up for her 100th birthday, and that's just perfect comedic timing to go. So you've already spent all this money. I'm out. Fuck y'all. Peace, bitches.
I like the meme that I saw that it was like, no, I don't accept that Betty White just died. She looked 2021 in the face and said, no, if I gotta go, you're coming with me, and tore that shit down.
So again, perfect comedic timing. With the timeliness of her death, she definitely ensured that more toasts would be made to her as an individual than anyone else who was ever made alive. Because it's definitely at midnight people were going to the end to 2022 into Betty White.
Yeah.
Well, you know what else I learned today, actually? That apparently, B. Arthur, Estelle Getty, and Ruth, what's her last name? McClanahan, all died like succinctly, like 2008, 2009, 2010. And then Betty White was like, I'm gonna wait like 11 years.
2021.
Thought that was interesting.
Unpopular opinion. She was my least favorite Golden Girl.
Rose?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, least favorite Golden Girl.
Who was your favorite?
Well, that's now
No,
any
let me
chance
guess.
of our show being successful is over.
Was it? It was Dorothy, wasn't it?
It was the one played by B. Arthur.
Dorothy.
Yeah. 100%. No, love Betty White more than anything. She's amazing, but she was my least favorite Golden Girl. Well, she was not my favorite Golden Girl. Can I say that?
Yeah, you already said
Yeah.
Dorothy was your favorite.
Yeah, she's the best. She's an angry bitch, and I love her.
I mean, she was one of the best characters in Community when she shows up as the anthropology professor for like
Betty
2
White,
episodes.
yes, she's amazing
Yeah.
in that.
And shoots Jeff with like some sort of strange crossbow contraption she makes.
The greatest weapon is teamwork. Incorrect. It's the spear gun you can make from all the items I made you, and then she shoots him with it.
Oh, that's funny.
No, Betty White's been amazing in everything she's ever done. I'm sorry.
I watched her like documentary on Netflix, like about her life. It was really good. I think it was called "Television's First Lady."
But it was good. I kind of had hope that she would show up in Deadpool just because Deadpool and Ryan Reynolds are such huge fans of B. Arthur. I was hoping she would have just showed up in the background of one of the Deadpool shows and was like, not you, and run away kind of thing like that.
Aww.
Would have been amazing.
You know, they worked together on The Proposal.
Her and
With
Ryan
Sandra
Reynolds.
Bullock.
Oh yeah. Oh, apparently her and Ryan Reynolds were actually like good friends. He's supposed to take place in her 100th birthday celebration. He's one of the actors. Though
He showed up in the ad multiple times.
though apparently Clint Eastwood's also supposed to be there.
Oh,
What?
Yeah, I didn't know her and Clint Eastwood.
I mean, she's been around forever. That doesn't
True,
actually surprise me.
but I don't think I've ever actually seen a movie that they're in together.
I
Interesting.
don't think so. Hold on.
Okay, yeah, look it up for me, Peter. I saw the screen
Find
come
out.
on. Look it up for me, Peter.
Well, while he's looking that up, there wasn't much gaming news that popped off.
It is the beginning of the year. There is one. I think there's one more major. No, there's not.
Yeah, the
Never
two I mean big stories that I saw was that the Meowsta Chief skin is now available, and someone made a Google AI that like made a bunch of Pokemans.
I don't know what that means.
Like they went to Google AI and they were like, hey, here's all the Pokemon and like describe them, and then asked Google to make their own Pokemon, and some of them were pretty spot on. Some of them just looked like they gave their kids some paper and were like, draw daddy a monster.
Isn't that how most of the Pokemon were designed originally? It definitely looks like they just like, hey, give me a monster. Ice cream cone.
Ice cream.
No, I said
There is a
monster.
Pokemon that
Ice cream
looks
cone.
like an ice cream cone.
There 100% is a Pokemon that looks like an ice cream cone.
Yep.
Take your word for it.
You didn't know that one? You've played the Pokemon more recently than I have. You don't know
I
you
didn't
know
find
the
ice cream cone Pokemon.
I don't remember its
Sorry.
name, but it definitely looks like it's 100% is an ice cream cone.
Again, I will take your word for it.
Mankey. It's a monkey with a hand on its tail, even though their tails already work like hands. Yeah, fingers.
Mankey doesn't have a
Not
hand on
Mankey,
its
the other
tail.
one. You know which one I'm talking about. You know exactly which one I'm talking about,
I
Peter.
don't think he does.
Oh, Peter knows. He just doesn't want to admit it.
He's busy trying to find out if Betty White and Clint Eastwood would have been in anything together.
So, real quick, in order. The ice cream cone Pokemon is Villanette. The Pokemon with the hand for a tail is Apom. And as far as I can tell, no, they were never in a movie together.
Maybe
See,
they just like met because
I
at
told
like a
you-
party.
I told you he knew who the Pokemon were. He didn't even have to look those ones up. Those were off the top of his head. Those were
And it was
definitely
in
off the top of his head.
Pikachu.
Yay, Peter! I'm so proud of you.
That's
I
why.
mean, it's a dumb thing, but I was almost certified by whoever owns Pokemon to do tournaments for the
Oh
card
yeah,
game.
I remember you were gonna do that when we were doing that
He's,
stuff.
he's pretty good at the Pokemon cards.
Pokermons.
Pokermon. No, I put-
Pokermon?
Is that Pokemon? But you bet in between every round.
Yes.
It's Pokemon.
Yes.
I did not hear Pokemon. I heard Pokemon. I was like, what the fuck?
I'm not gonna poke your mom, Tom. Jesus Christ.
Jesus.
What's wrong with
nice
y'all?
Were they
lady.
just friends because they were both very old?
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, like they might have like run across each other at like a Hollywood party or something.
I bet they ran at each other at more than one Hollywood party. Betty White was still a looker, even for being as old as she was. She used to be real good looking back in the day.
Yeah.
Like, real good looking.
Yeah.
And also a badass.
Yeah.
She's always been a badass. Damn you, Betty White.
Aww.
Why'd you have to go?
Sad.
Why'd you have to go? It's crap.
I mean, my actual reaction upon hearing she died was just, I thought she was immortal.
I honestly thought she was.
Oh my god! So I was reading an article about her death because they just got the like results or whatever, and it was all natural causes. You know, she just went peacefully in her sleep. But like her assistant was like, I thought she was immortal. Like I thought she was gonna live forever.
He's like, yeah, 100, that's easy. She's going to live forever.
Forever and ever. And anyway, so let's talk
I was
some.
going to say, though, what I was most impressed about is, all right, so you know the meme that's always, it's like death with the claw machine, and whenever a celebrity would die, they're like, damn it, I was trying to get Betty White, and it's always whatever that celebrity was. How quickly somebody had it up with going, oh shit, I actually got her. They'll have to find it because we'll post that.
I mean, they probably had it ready, just like the image was already made, just waiting for the news.
It was so quick, though. I'm like, oh, that's actually kind of impressive. Well done. Well, I'm sad because I'm sad and fuck you. And I don't normally say it, but too soon, bro. Too soon.
Yeah.
I'm normally a fan of go as soon as you want. Yeah, it's funnier because you went too soon, but no, too soon.
Well, talking about other
Too soon.
super randomy things, thought we'd shove some extra bits just right in this whole thing. We're just gonna go for this. So,
Shove some bits in some holes, huh?
yes. So
Jesus.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, of course that's what you heard, Tom.
this, like on one of the random I wasn't on Reddit proper, but it is one of the things that like post like, oh, here's a crazy thing that happened. Like, are they the asshole type things? And this one was this mom and dad went to this open house because they were like looking to buy a house, and they had their toddler with them, and they just let the toddler like run wild, and the house was like staged, you know, for open houses. And apparently there was this like really expensive art piece of like a mask sitting on this table, and the toddler broke it. And instead of saying anything, the mom just kind of put it back together and placed it back on the table, and then hurriedly just left. And so now she's like kind of upset because the people of the
That own the house?
are like suing her because they want the money for the thing the child broke, and it's thousands of dollars.
Oh yeah, that's destruction of property and fleeing the scene of a crime.
That's what everyone else said, and she's like, well, you shouldn't have had stuff like out in the open where a kid could get it.
You should
And
have been
they're
watching
like,
your fucking
You
kid.
shouldn't have brought a kid.
That's what the internet also
Hey,
said.
you shouldn't have brought the kid in the first place. And if you were gonna bring the kid,
You should have kept
maybe
your
you should
eye on
watch the fucking kid.
I mean, I'm certain that is also your opinion, Stephanie, given your known hatred of children.
Watch your damn kid. I don't know how hard that is.
Raise your children better. God damn it.
And then the other one I have is more of a cutesy story.
You're a cutesy story.
A couple of Disney guests were kind of just like walking around or whatever, and they saw there was a security guard standing around with one of the security dogs, and they just kind of started talking to the security guard, and they found out that the dog was actually like in training, and the security guard asked them if they wanted to be part of like a little like training. So the guy was given like a bag that has, you know, like scents in it that
paraphernalia.
Yeah, that would like trigger the dog. So he got to like walk through security and like have the dog like not chase him down, but like run up to him and like stop him and then lay down. And it was just really cute. And then they got to like pet him and give him treats because he was a good boy.
They called them all Plutos.
They do, yes. That is an accurate.
We need a Pluto over here.
So that's an accurate thing. Yep, it's true.
Because Goofy's apparently a cow. I don't know.
I thought Goofy was a dog.
I don't know.
But
Goofy is a dog. The cow thing was nonsense.
Well, then why is a dog fucking a cow? All I'm saying.
Because it's Disney and it's
Who's
weird.
fucking a cow?
Why does a mouse own a
Goofy.
dog?
Was it?
Yes.
Is that Max's mom?
Maybe.
Probably not.
Yeah, probably not.
Peter, did you have any bits?
Sure. They did a sequel to The Long Halloween. Well, sort of. They did a sequel to The Long Halloween, the Batman comic. It's only one issue long, and it's pretty much just to reveal the last bit of fact that Batman didn't understand about the Long Halloween like case.
Wait,
but it's good.
So was this like part 3?
Sort of.
Technically part 4.
Oh.
So, Jeff Loeb and Tim Sale did a lot of Batman stuff together. And initially, the first one that they did was just a volume of like 4 seasons. It was just a bunch of stuff thrown together randomly, random Batman stories. Second one was The Long Halloween, the most famous story they've done, one of the best Batman stories ever written. The sequel to that everyone ignores is Dark Victory. It's when Robin shows up, and now there's this one, which is just called The Long Halloween Special. And it's one issue, but it's great.
Tomas?
No, I just had the baby penis.
Oh, that was it. You sent me like 4 videos on Discord, and you have
No, the
nothing.
videos are just funny. That's just something you can put in there.
The videos are
A couple
just for
different
fun.
things.
This
Yeah.
is your 10 minutes with Tom.
Yeah.
Funny videos.
Yeah, you can just watch them down in the description below.
Funny videos curated by Mr. Tom over here. Major Tom.
Just
if I
random.
may.
Oh my
Random
God.
shit I found on the internet.
They're funny. Made me laugh. I check 'em.
Zachary.
It's ridiculous that the game's been out for like 2 weeks, but somebody's already beat Halo in less than 30
It's
minutes.
been like a month. Didn't that come
And less
out
than
like
what?
It came out on December 7th.
Okay, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, a month. I don't give a goddamn.
It's been almost exactly a month.
It's
We're
been
just
They
a few
completed
days out.
100% or what?
They completed the campaign, all campaign missions in less than 30 minutes. When it's taken most people an average of 8 to 10 hours, 29 minutes and 42 seconds, if I remember correctly. It's ridiculous, and it's unnecessary. I'm like, you're not even getting enjoyment out of that point, but you all are kind of, because you're basically breaking the game in order to do that. He took advantage of a lot of the glitches that are happening in the game. Basically, he skipped like half of it, but it still counts as doing it. I mean, that's what you do in a speed run, but it's just pretty impressive. He did it basically flawlessly, and I don't know if they're going to be able to do it much faster than that. Now that they know that it's possible to do it that fast, people will try and do it faster than that, of course. But under 30 minutes just is insane when, yeah, it takes an average of 8 hours to finish the fucking thing.
On another random aside, Peter, didn't you mention that they were doing a port for Goldeneye?
Yeah, they're porting Goldeneye to the Xbox. And that is literally all of the information I have on that.
Well, you just like dropped it earlier, so I didn't
Yeah.
know like if you just.
Well, I mean, that's
knew.
probably why it wasn't part of the like Nintendo's new online subscription that's complete bullshit and doesn't actually improve the quality of the online connection. But whatever. Is that they're doing it for Microsoft. Microsoft, like everyone thought that Nintendo had the license for that game. They don't. Never did.
Oh,
Really?
here's
So who has the license for that?
I think Rare.
Ah, which is owned by Microsoft, I think now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Speaking of random licenses, apparently the copyright for Winnie the Pooh has run out.
They finally did.
What?
For Winnie the Pooh, yeah. So
Winnie the
So
Pooh
Winnie the
is
Pooh's
now-
about to start getting fucking weird.
Dark and weird.
I can't
yeah.
wait for the Dark Knight, like gritty-esque reboot of Winnie the Pooh.
So now Winnie the Pooh is public domain. Theoretically.
I mean, I didn't see an update, and I was at the end of my lunch, so I didn't quite read the whole article. But I imagine Disney is probably
Gonna sue to figure out how to do that. Yeah.
filing something to try and keep that copyright.
Well, Disney's the only reason our copyright laws are so fucked up in the first place. It's Mickey Mouse's fucking fault.
Of course it is.
Because they don't want anybody else to have access to Mickey Mouse, even though their copyright is definitely over and should not be allowed to be their copyright anymore.
When you double checking me, Peter?
That's why nothing.
I'm looking to see if there's any updates.
That's why nothing has entered the public domain in like 50 years. It's because of Disney. That's why we still get the same 6 stories over and over again, because that's the only one anybody has any rights to make,
Oh.
and they don't want to make up their own new ones.
Right.
Because that's hard. I'll give them that. It is hard. It's not easy, but you should be doing it.
Yeah.
Give me something new.
Okay.
Unless it's unless it's the Halo the live action TV series, and then I'll watch that. I know it's not new, but I still want that. Tom, what are you looking at?
Who's Max's mother?
Oh, you're trying to figure that out for us? I don't think they ever tell us.
I just sent them on 2 different rabbit holes.
Tom's been looking at that for a while. Okay, he's been
Yeah,
trying to
no,
track
yeah.
that for a while.
There's no updates that I saw. It's just, Winnie the Pooh is technically open domain now.
Dun dun dun.
I can't.
And I don't necessarily know if there's anything that Disney can do to stop that.
Not at this point.
Yeah, once it goes open or public domain, I think it's over.
They've already done basically basically they were told the last time that they got them to extend the rules for copyrights for Mickey Mouse. They're like, this is the last time it's going to happen. I think it probably will happen again when Disney goes, here's $1 billion to make sure this doesn't happen again. We make it rules for whatever else, but we just want to make sure we never lose the exclusive rights to Mickey Mouse. And I cannot wait for the day that they finally do.
Any
Though
luck, Tom?
China's about to get lit with Winnie the Pooh being the public domain. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Shit's about to
man.
get amazing.
All right. Well, on that note,
President Ping is going to
please-
be real mad.
like and subscribe. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram, and Patreon at 8BitCats. And we will be back next week either with this same format or we'll go back to the old one. I don't know. We'll discuss and find out. It'll be a surprise. Until next time, geek out, be fabulous, and have fun. Bye.
Who's Max's mom?
We don't know.